Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Frugal Tiger is back and he is drunker than ever. So since we are releasing this on Super Bowl Sunday, I'm gonna keep this very short and very informative. I hope you guys enjoy and happy trading. So right off the bat, I want to talk about Lyft. Lyft I mentioned last week, it is actually breaking out. Lyft was in a tight trading range for a long time, kind of floating between $47 to $50 a share for the longest time. It broke down from that trading range, but I knew earnings was coming up this week, and going into earnings weeks, a lot of times volume starts picking up and you could have a little bit of reversion to the mean, as gamblers like myself like to place bets prior to earnings. So I was expecting a little bit of a mean reversion trade on Lyft. It actually is breaking out now. It looks like as of Friday's close, it's $53 a share. I don't know which way it's gonna go on earnings, but at the moment, it looks like it's breaking out, so continue to pay attention to Lyft stock. Tilray, I was this close to removing it from my list, although as I mentioned last week, I kind of didn't think it was going to just stay stagnant. I figured it was going to move in one direction or the other, and Tilray is breaking out. Tilray went from $19 a share to $26 a share, almost a 30% return on the week if you did trade it. I had a great week with Tilray this week. Palantir is trading like a penny stock, and it's just moving kind of all over the place, but it's in a range. Maybe not the best trade at this present moment, but I love the name still. So many analysts have come out and downgraded Palantir, and quite frankly, they're a bunch of dipshits. When was the last time an analyst got anything right? In regards to Palantir, you can maybe take it off your list for the time being, but it's another thing I try to watch on a daily basis. Space stock. Space is another one that's trading like a penny stock. Last Thursday, it was up 8% and then it closed down 4% on seemingly no news. I saw it hit like $62 one day and then dropped to like $53 same day. So it has some wild swings. It's a great name. I know I keep mentioning it, but I want to continue to reiterate. It's a great name to day trade. Seems to be, it's breaking out. We'll see how it goes. Now, last week, one of the earnings I want to talk about is FireEye, because FireEye was pretty much uneventful. Fuck that company. I'm going to stop talking about that name going forward. FireEye was uneventful. Honestly speaking, most of the earnings were uneventful. Ford, Google. I mean, yeah, Google went up, but obviously, I mean, these tech companies are just relentless, and the tape is relentless. Having said that though, I don't necessarily, if you're looking for a very strong beta trade, and what I mean by beta trade is moving incredibly strongly and rapidly in a particular direction, maybe Google has run its course. I'm probably not trading it at this price at the moment, but yeah, it is a great name. And we had some huge sell-offs. We had Qualcomm sell-off, we had Peloton sell-off. And Qualcomm is a 5G play. I still think, although it sold off, and I think I did short it on an intraday basis, not going into earnings. I think it might be worth buying the dip. I'm not sure yet. Once again, let the tape play out, but Qualcomm, I want you guys to pay attention to this because it is a 5G play and tech plays are big right now. And Peloton, that is one name I just don't fucking understand what their business is. They're essentially an exercise bike with a TV attached to it. Is this what Silicon Valley's coming up with? An exercise bike with a TV? Peloton, what's its valuation even? Oh, Jesus Christ. $43 billion. I can't believe this. We're changing the world with an exercise bike with a goddamn TV on it. Anyway, I shorted this a little bit on an intraday basis on Friday, and I was just remarkably impressed with the demand from the retail market to pay up for this exercise bike with a TV attached to it. Because although I did make money on the short, the stock just essentially didn't break down at all. Like the tape was holding very strong, seemed like buyers were coming in, and I guess I'm just really, really surprised that a fucking exercise bike. God, I mean, who exercises anymore? This is the 21st century. It's 2021, man. Come on now. All right, let's get right into it. Super Bowl Sunday. So we have Lyft earnings on Tuesday. Keep in mind, although Lyft is breaking out, we have earnings on Tuesday. Everything can change on those earnings. My Lyft position is off right now. And full disclosure, how I got into Lyft, I actually sold a bunch of puts and basically had no short position against those puts. Got caught holding the bag for a little while, but I eventually sold it at a profit around 49 and change. It's broken out to 53, so obviously it wasn't the most profitable trade, but I'm paying attention to these earnings. I think Lyft might be a good trade this coming week. Watch the tape and follow the direction. I think this could be a big mover. Twitter and Akamai, all of these are plays for Tuesday. I'm looking through the earnings on Monday and I'm not really seeing anything that would really stand out to me. So if you have nothing to trade on Monday, remember to trade Palantir Space and Tilray. Those are all names that I still think have some earnings or not just natural breakout juice. I would also even trade Lyft on Monday prior to its earnings on Tuesday. So same thing with a lot of these earnings, maybe even trade them before the actual earnings are released. Sometimes they do follow patterns. So Lyft, Twitter, and Akamai, ticker symbol AKAM. I probably haven't mentioned Akamai on the vlog before. Akamai is actually a pretty good earnings trade. On Wednesday, we have Uber. So what happens with Lyft is probably going to happen with Uber. So I think the tapes are going to trade very heavily correlated on Wednesday between Lyft and Uber, but it's another potential trade you guys could take. iRobot is on Wednesday. iRobot's actually a pretty cool day trade to do after earnings. We have Spirit Airlines, ticker symbol SAVE. CenturyLink, LUMN. Honestly speaking, you can probably even remove CenturyLink if you're just overwhelmed with tickers, because we are in the middle of earnings season. We also have Teva. I was bag holding Teva forever. I actually ended up selling Teva at a loss, I think a year ago, because I'm a dipshit and I'm a drunk. And Under Armour also on Wednesday. Anyway, Thursday is Disney. And Disney was one of my worst fucking calls ever on Disney. Everyone just always reminds me, haha, you sold Disney. Fuck them. All right, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes. Disney, I assumed because of, you guys remember from a year ago, I assumed because of COVID and the fact that parks are shutting down that Disney was not a great investment going forward, and I sold it damn near the fucking bottom. Well, I was fucking wrong, and Disney streaming is a great competitor to Netflix. So yeah, I missed the boat on that one. Honestly, I don't really care. In terms of day trading though, watch Disney. I feel like Disney stock itself, it hit a price. Where is it at? 180. Honestly, after it hit 170, it was kind of stuck for a while. It is breaking out right now, but based on earnings, it could always snap back. We'll see what's happening with them reopening their theme parks. Disneyland is getting closer to reopening their theme parks, but I think a lot of the stock price is based on their streaming services in direct competition with Netflix. The other ticker symbols that I think are worth trading are on Thursday. There's actually about 7, but let's just narrow it down to what I think are the best 4. Datadog, ticker symbol D, dog. And we have Net. Cloudflare is an IT tech services company. I think it's actually a pretty good earnings trade, and it's also breaking out. So let's take a look at how Cloudflare performs. I would keep that on your radar as a trade. They're a recently public company, and I'm very curious about this earnings with Cloudflare. So Cloudflare opened around $17 a share. It's right around $85 a share. And if you guys remember my story on MongoDB not too long ago, buying it around the same price Cloudflare IPO'd for, and selling it at $75 thinking I made a fortune, and MongoDB is $412 a share right now. God, man, I just... Also on Thursday, we have Amwell and we have Aurora Cannabis. Aurora Cannabis is another cannabis play. I prefer to honestly trade Tilray over any other cannabis play like Cron, Aurora Cannabis, or CGC or anything like that. But it could be an opportunity for me to actually switch Tilray out of my front-running tickers that I trade every day and maybe switch into ACB. Amwell, I'm gonna be blunt with you, I've been day trading it for some time now, but I am slowly losing interest in the ticker because they are failing to hold any breakouts. We'll see if earnings can result in a catalyst. I don't know. I'm actually not going to be trading and holding it into earnings. Like I said before with Amwell, I'm totally okay and content if I miss the move, but I want to see a directional move first. Although it did break out past 33, it sold off very quickly after hitting 42. And I took a lot of my Amwell position off the table even after playing the breakout. Anyway, that's it for me on these names. And I want to quickly have a discussion with you guys on AMC and GameStop. I think those trades are essentially done. I actually picked up a little bit more AMC on Friday. But full disclosure, you're essentially gambling if you're picking those names at this present moment. Don't actually view AMC as a great investment. I know a lot of people are like, I got a lot of comments on my last video about how AMC is gonna go into 150. The company is in a better financial position than before. I think it's already priced into the stock. Now, the real question is, can Wall Street Bets as a community goose up the stock? It's very possible, and that's why I do have a position on there. A lot of times, although Wall Street Bets has been buying AMC and they have been buying GameStop, keep in mind a lot of that move that we saw in AMC and GameStop was because a lot of proprietary trading desks joined in on the fight. A lot of other trading desks and hedge funds started buying the stock, just noticing the massive speculative move already in GameStop, which caused a massive short squeeze to occur. But without that push that we have seeing, this forced action of liquidating people's or hedge funds short positions is not going to occur. I would be very cautious. I know I saw a video where people were putting their entire life savings. It's a gamble, you guys. So don't put money that you can't afford to lose. Let's wait and see how the tape actually handles this week's market pressures, and we'll determine a direction from there. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Wanted to make it short and sweet. Super Bowl this Sunday, so I hope you guys enjoy. Take some time to relax, and I will see you next week for another Sunday night show with Frugal Tiger. Thank you all for joining.
I just want the money, 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 money.